El buito.
Genius Society members at the same time? I knew this interview was a bad idea. Mr. Screw'em.
Mira.
Number 76, sophisticated mechanical aristocrat and renowned leader. Not
El
to mention,
tornillitos.
the savior of inorganic life throughout the universe. He's as sharp as they come. He'll recognize my brilliance in an instant. Now, if I can just get him to recommend me.
And his astonishing wisdom in the field of broadcasting has been duly recognized by Noose themselves.
Y una flor.
Go. The Genius Society hereby confers upon Mr. Owlbert the title of Member 85.
Member 81, Ron May.
Mira.
She seemed like a kind and elegant person in the simulated universe. A little distant, though, but what if I ask a bad question?
¿Por qué se ríe?
Albert asks bad questions.
Yo,
Little bird has an active imagination.
Quit daydreaming!
Not even heard her.
The program is about to start! What are you waiting for? A trailer or something?
no soy yo la carta chillándole. ¡Espabila, hombre!
Not member 4, Poca
Hey!
Capricorn, had gotten rid of most of the society members. I didn't have a lot of hope for this.
¿Quién es ese?
Look who's here.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Vamos a tener Minion?
Una nueva zona ahí en...
Sí, en la nave. Con un invernadero. ¡Mírala!
There's much more to know about the space station. It's crucial to mask your expression until you've ascertained the situation.
¡Qué bonita!
If not, you'll be full of weaknesses that others can see through.
¿Tiene muñequitos?
A genius move.
¿Quién es?
Counter it.
Es el ratio, ¿no?
You look troubled. A portrait of internal
¿Y
turmoil.
por qué tenía la cabeza de piedra?
No quiero ni saber.
Do try to think for yourself.
Uy, qué guapo, ¿no? Uy. Es muy al Haitham, ¿no? Ay, por favor, que yo quiero que salga este ya. No, hasta. No.
Feliz, feliz.
Las máquinas se revelan.
Audience dice. How ostentatious.
Oh. Nuevo codiguinchi. ¡Ah, qué chula! Hostia, el ratio, qué guapo. ¡Ah, qué mala gente son! Ah. ¿Cómo cambian en el juego con respecto al Splash Art? ¡Qué chulos son! ¿No han enseñado su allí? En el tráiler.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And if you didn't know already, I'm Albert, your favorite feathered announcer.
Albert.
Welcome to the version
Madre mía.
1.6 Crown of the Mundane and Divine special program. On today's program, we're bringing together 3 intellectual heavyweights.
¿Tú tirarás por alguno, Ace?
Dependerá.
De lo que hagan. O de los reruns, ¿no? Es que si asoma Luocha.
Whatever. Heard I hear.
Remember? Enthusiasm.
Seriously?
El Berto este es lo mejor.
I'm Herda.
No, we're talking.
Yo quiero al destornillador este. A ver cuándo lo sacan.
Hello, dear viewers.
I'm Ran Mei.
I suppose that makes it my turn. Greetings, viewers. I am Skrull. It's a pleasure to
La
meet you.
carita.
The pleasure is all ours.
¿El qué?
Thought I'd be interviewing all three of you at the
El
same
emote que
time.
apareció al lado del...
Ah,
Great news must have finally recognized my potential.
es que no me acuerdo. Es Krillum o... Mírale, mírale.
This is a scheduled space station visit.
Viendo
Lucky for
emojis.
you, we had time for a show.
Or, to put it another way, participating in your program was a way of maximizing the utility of our itinerary.
¿Por qué
Two
sale eso?
birds, one stone.
Tiene un monóculo el emoji.
You,
Ya.
and
Tornilum, es verdad. Tornilum.
we saw from the trailer
Destornillador,
that Starlink is
Torlin,
making a
la misma.
return to Herta Space Station. Intelligence available for release indicates the following. Madam Ron May has commandeered
Mira, mira.
the space station zones for biological
¿Y todos esos
science
muñequitos?
experiments.
I like to avoid attracting too much attention with my experiments, and the station had a sealed-off area available. Herta was kind enough to lend it to me.
Big enough to spread across 3 levels. This area is a brand new domain waiting for us in version 1.6. Welcome to Herta Space Station Seclusion Zone. Due to the secrecy surrounding the zone, there's currently not a soul to be found across the whole
no.
domain.
Rebuttal.
Tú,
Your
bichitos.
assertion excludes
Ah.
the existence of inorganic life operating in the area.
Bicho 6.
Naturally.
Para abajo.
Thing. The story is
Mira,
set to
mira.
unfold in
¿Y esos
this new
chiquititos?
domain.
Wait, so you still need the seclusion zone, Ron May?
I do.
Las plantaciones.
Research has encountered a few anomalies. I was hoping the Trailblazer could do me a small favor.
Favor?
Small.
Ah, mira, la misión.
I'm not sure about the second one, but this is a golden age for biological science. No problem too big or too small, right? And version 1.6's brand new Trailblaze continuance, Crown of the Mundane and Divine. Trailblazers will encounter Madame Ron May for the first time. They'll need to work closely with her to solve the headaches of Herta Space
Hola,
Station.
Rena.
For example?
One such headache is the result of the little life forms that Ron May has been cultivating.
I'm afraid that's the nature of biological science. Surprises and accidents in equal measure.
Not to mention, the space station is hiding more secrets than you might have thought. Various crises bubbling to the surface, Herta's puppet falling prey to an ambush, and a new provocation that the geniuses must face up to.
Nothing a small favor can't fix, right?
We got the 3 geniuses here. What could go wrong?
In Mr. Albert's previous broadcasts, the adoption of a light-hearted tone usually indicates the presence of a formidable challenge.
My beak is sealed. This is a top secret experiment. But trust me, when I say that the adventure ahead is a journey into both the power and wonder of biological science. And what better way to prepare our trailblazers than by introducing the one and only Madame Ron May?
A ver.
Haciendo puntos de
Qué
cruz.
bonita. Mira, como Raven. Qué bonita. Y con... No sé cómo se llama este instrumento.
A ver.
La
vamos
ulti.
aquí.
¡Ah! La quiero.
Madame Ron May is an Ice-type character following the path of harmony and member 81 of the Genius Society. From the very beginning, her research has focused on biological science.
That's right.
Es de la
Biological science is a
81.
boundless field.
Sí.
I rarely have time for leisure. And despite being one of the
¿Quién es
founders of
el
the
uno?
simulated universe, I seldom step up to the plate.
Madame Ron May, I was curious. Is there a story behind your name?
My name? My parents organized themselves into a flat hierarchical structure. My name is simply the combination of their surnames.
Fascinating.
Huh?
What a spellbinding tradition.
I believe you may be laying it on a little thick, Mr. Albert. Are you hoping for something in return?
Who wouldn't hope for a blessing from Madame Ron May? Trailblazers agree with me.
Then let me remind you that a genius's blessing isn't always a result of generosity or kindness.
Quiero saber qué hace.
Meaning-
Aren't you supposed to be intelligent? You tell me.
Many individuals have a hidden side. Ergo, Trailblazers' encounter with Ron may hold surprises.
Spoiler atomic clock! I think it's time we took a look at what this elegant scholar can do
Ve, a
on
ver.
the battlefield. Don't you?
My basic attack, Threading Fragrance, deals ice damage to a single target, while my skill, String Sing Slow Swirls, can increase the weakness break efficiency of all allies. There's also my ultimate, Petals to Stream, Repose and Dream, which creates a field.
Only the most beautiful field I've ever seen.
¿Y qué hace el
Work
field?
hard, madam.
Within the field, allies experience an all-type resistance penetration increase, and when breaking an enemy's weakness, they afflict them with a mark.
This mark is triggered on the enemy's next action, prolonging their weakness break
Hacemos
cycle,
más daño.
delaying their action and inflicting them with additional ice
La debilidad.
Para gente de
A
ahí.
knack for exploiting an
¿Cómo?
enemy's weakness, Ron May.
O sea,
Hey, and we didn't even mention her technique, Silken Serenade, which allows the team to automatically trigger an effect equivalent to her skill at the start of the next battle. In the simulated universe, when Ron
me
May possesses
imagino
Silken
que
Serenade,
sobre todo
and when
Ice
an ally
y Dot.
attacks a simulated universe enemy, the battle is entered as if the enemy's weakness was attacked. The attack ignores weakness types and can deplete the toughness of all enemies.
Bueno, que
Breaking a
ignoraba
weakness
la
can trigger the
debilidad.
weakness break effect that corresponds to the attacker's own type.
Not only that, in the simulated universe, for every blessing possessed, the toughness reducing damage of the current attack is increased, and extra additional ice damage is dealt.
Well, very good.
¿Oh?
Sounds to me like you have an interest in testing the simulated universe.
After Trailblazers
Ignoraba
get to know
la-
Ron May, another Scarlet
la
with
debilidad.
connections to the Genius Society will be appearing in this Trailblaze Continuance.
Oh,
Mhm.
I assume you're referring to the gentleman with the alabaster head?
Classic Mr. Scrollum. Able to see the gentleman behind the mask.
Gentlemen, my foot.
Herta, you're being a little harsh.
Sounds like you two are well acquainted. Without further ado, allow me to introduce him.
A ver, luego lo veré otra vez. Oh, es muy guapo, ¿eh?
Pega con el libro. Es un profesor de instituto.
Lo de pa.
Y con la tiza. Yo.
¡Te lanza la tiza!
Que te pega con la tiza. No puede ser. Oh no.
Veritas Ratio, or Dr. Ratio as he's known, is an imaginary type character following the path of the hunt. He
Ya pone
belongs to a different noose-worshipping organization, the Intelligentsia Guild.
Which is why I can't stand the sight of him.
Sí,
The
también le
Genius
cayó algo en la
Society
cabeza.
consists of
Como es
vanguards
uno
from
más, yo creo que
various
sí,
fields who act in
Rebe.
Me
isolation.
tiran pila.
In contrast, the
Sí.
Intelligentsia Guild
No, te tiran una
advocates for the
tiza.
dissemination of knowledge.
La tiza se hace
while
grande.
a broad
Flash
church of followers
de
of
guerra,
use
tío.
work towards furthering this end.
Question. Does the current universe derive greater benefit from the unparalleled talents of the Genius Society or the mutual learnings of the Intelligentsia Guild?
You sure you want to go there?
Let's not.
Is that why Dr. Ratio joined the Intelligentsia Guild? A devotion to science? A desire to share scientific knowledge?
Exactly! Dr. Ratio presides over a total of 52 academic programs.
And yells at people until they burst into tears.
Strict teachers make for good students, and any student who makes it to the end of a program.
Más acabe que al Haizam.
Ah, pero cabe, no te tira una tiza.
And an emotional
Y a
wreck.
Heisen sí tiene pinta de tirarte una tiza.
Me recuerda más al Haizam
The
a mí.
expungement of which only our Dr. Ratio can achieve, and which entails necessary hardship.
By which you mean the destruction of any and all self-esteem.
His creations have helped many worlds look beyond their borders and step into the future.
I feel like we might accidentally be discussing.
Perhaps I should intervene. Dr. Ratio's desire to cure ignorance with truth is well known. It's time for us to assess his prowess on the
Curar la
battlefield.
ignorancia.
During his basic attack,
A ver.
Mind is Might, Dr. Ratio brandishes his Codex, dealing imaginary damage to a single target.
Question: why does he carry a codex with him?
Intellectuals enjoy persuading others with quotes. I think Dr. Ratio takes that to mean hitting people with them directly.
Dr. Ratio's skill, Intellectual Midwifery, deals imaginary damage to a single target, while his talent, Cogito Ergo Sum, may trigger him to launch a follow-up attack after using his skill. As a rigorous academic researcher, Dr. Ratio pays close attention to his enemy's debuffs during battle. The more debuffs the enemy has, the higher the chance of him launching a
Ah, pero les mete
follow-up
de
attack.
buff a
And
los
let's not
otros.
forget his
Y luego
ultimate.
también te tira el pilar de la sabiduría en la
The
cabeza.
good doctor
De loco.
summons a leaning tower, and through a series of precise
What
calculations and
the
measurements, plots a trajectory of maximum pain. The target enemy suffers imaginary damage and is afflicted with Wise Man's Folly. When a target with Wise Man's Folly is attacked by an ally of Dr. Ratio, he launches his talent's follow-up attack against the target. And when using his technique, Mold of Idolatry, Dr. Ratio creates a dimension and taunts nearby enemies.
Crea él en
Attacking
piedra
an
ahí.
enemy within the dimension to enter battle, there's a chance of reducing the target's speed.
It would appear those 5 statues are made in his own image.
Oh.
Ergo, Dr. Ratio
crees?
suffers from a certain degree of narcissism.
To put it mildly,
Qué puta risa, tío.
¿Nos
Voy a ir
gusta?
dejando
1.6,
estatuas por ahí,
Trailblazers
sí.
will finally be
Sí,
running
claro.
into an old friend. The elder of 2 siblings, very different from the other, yet bound to her all the same. It's Hanya's elder sister, Shui.
¿Qué? Es locura.
Luigi. Esta sí la quiero. A ver qué hace. Era destrucción,
Ah, qué bien.
creo.
Todos necesitan 200 personajes de destrucción.
¿Sí, no?
Qué cansino.
Shui Yi is a quantum type character
A ver con quién
following the
viene.
path of destruction, whose original body was replaced long ago with a permanent puppet system. The system was constructed for Shui Yi on behalf of the Ten Lords Commission. The commission agreed that for every culprit Shui Yi apprehended, she would be rewarded with a half-day's wake span.
A reasonable arrangement.
Better than my one. Like her sister Hanya, Shui Yi is a formidable presence on the
Porque esta la
battlefield.
quiero yo.
Shui's basic attack, Mara Sunder All, can deal quantum damage to a target enemy. Her skill, Iniquity Obliteration, can deal quantum damage to a single target and adjacent enemies. And as a judge of the Ten Lords Commission, Shui Yi's talent is a little out of the ordinary. When Shui Yi and an ally deal damage to an enemy's toughness, stacks of karma are accumulated.
So she's good
Ah,
at
se le acumula ahí el karma este. Esto es como el Taibito.
When karma stacks to the upper
A
limit,
8.
Shui Yi immediately launches a follow-up attack on the target enemy, dealing
Toma.
quantum damage. Her ultimate, Divine Castigation, can deal quantum damage to a single target and toughness depletion that ignores weakness types. The more toughness depleted, the greater the damage.
Breaking weaknesses irrespective of type.
Ignora la debilidad, ha dicho.
Sí.
Genjo natives are cold.
Pero es single
Sí,
target.
dice
Shui
que-
Yi uses her technique.
Esta sí que
Summon
ignora
Execution,
las
to
debilidades
attack an
y les
enemy and
rompe
enter
el
battle,
Le rompe
escudo
los-
igual.
sí.
damage to all enemies.
Con la ulti.
Yes, sir. It's time. We talked about version 1.6's banners. During the first phase of version 1.6,
¡Oh!
in the character event warps, Flow
¡Grande!
and the Lost Soul.
¡Qué
Trailblazers
bien!
can obtain the limited 5-star characters Ron May and
¡Viene con Ranmei! ¡Vamos!
Not to mention,
No me
4-star character
jodas.
Shui Yi
¡Oh!
and
¡Blade!
1.6's first phase character warp.
Oh, it's Bandage Guy.
Now, during the second phase of version 1.6,
¿Se atreverán?
in the character
Ratio
event warps, Pantoray and
con
Nessun Dorma.
Susan, Natasha
Trailblazers can
y
obtain
Hook.
the limited 5-star characters Dr. Ratio and
No.
Kafka respectively.
¡Y Kafka!
That lady might be making more time.
Dos. Hay 2 reruns ya.
And let's not forget Lycos.
Oh,
In
mamá.
1.6's first phase Lycone event warp,
¡Qué bonito el
the
cono!
five-star Lycone, my past self in the mirror, will be boosted. And in the Bicone Reminiscence Lycone
No
event
me
warp, the
jodas,
drop rate of the
tío.
five-star Lycone,
¿Pero
the
tú qué
original
quieres?
size,
¿What?
will also be boosted. Version 1.6's second
Oh.
phase will
Hola.
also see the five-star
Oh, quiero ese
Lycone,
cono.
baptism
Quiero
of
ese
Peridot,
cono.
entering the Lycone event warp.
Por favor.
Quiero ese
Dreaming
cono.
relaxes both the body and the mind.
What?
It is of great benefit to our
Oye.
consideration of both the universe and philosophy.
Check out the yellow ducky.
And finally,
No
in the
puede
aforementioned
ser
Bygone
que
Reminiscence Lycone event warp, the drop rate of the five-star
otra más
Lycone,
sin
patience is
este
all you
hombre.
need, will also be boosted. Whew. Lycones, it's been a pleasure.
¿Qué vas a hacer tú, Ace?
Time for some
¿Por
mental
Blade?
recuperation. Stay
¿Por Blade
tuned
qué?
for more updates.
¿O por quién?
No, yo ya tengo el único cono que tengo es el de Blade. O no tengo el de Blade.
Pero entonces, ¿qué
No,
quieres?
tengo el de Blade. Puedo tirar por el de Blade. No sé qué hacer. No sé qué hacer.
Yo tengo que ver luego otra vez lo que hace esta señora, ¿eh? No me he enterado bien. El patito. Es de plan del patito. El patito.
No sé qué hacer. ¿Por qué me hacen eso?
Pero si no, ¿tú ibas a tirar por Ruan Mei?
No.
Ah, ¿entonces? ¿O por Doctor Ratio?
Como es el segundo, me voy a tener que esperar.
Welcome back, Trailblazers. Now that we've introduced our new characters, it's time
Porque
to
ahora
delve deeper into
salen dos
version
rerooms.
1.6.
Mm.
First up, something that's
¿Cómo
about
vas a
to
tirar
make
por
a
una
big
Mei?
splash on the space station.
No, no lo sé. ¡Este bicho es nuevo!
Ay, otro bicho.
Uy.
Por favor. Paren con los bichos ya.
I can see how that would make a big splash.
Do I recall
¿Qué bicho era
someone
ese?
mentioning accidents on the space station?
In the process of clone cultivation, Madame Ron May did encounter a certain anomaly. An anomaly in the form of a Swarm King prototype and fierce Swarm disaster entity, Star
Mete
Crusher,
otro
Swarm King
truchito.
Scaricabaz. Thanks to an incident during the experiment, this borehole planet's old crater came into being, and it looks like a lively one.
There's that light-hearted tone again. Ergo, we're screwed.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I
A
kick
lo
your
mejor personajes
butts.
nuevos que constelaciones.
So panic. Madame Ron May has
Vamos, yo
shared with
prefiero
us
nuevos.
one of her research papers. Star Crusher Swarm King Scaricabaz.
¿Qué debilidades
Analysis
tiene?
of
Enséñenlo.
asexual propagation performance induced by specific gene sequences. Let's start with the abstract.
Está con dos healers, ¿eh?
Ugh, get to the point.
Físico, hielo
Madre
e
mía.
imaginario.
Crusher Swarm King Scaricabaz possesses immense
Con
propagative
dos
capabilities.
giles.
When in its
¿Qué hace
self-concept,
con dos healers,
the
tío?
Swarm King produces more of its own kind with every attack it
Ah.
sustains.
Wait, every attack? So the swarm just keeps
Whoa.
multiplying the more we fight it? Somebody's getting fired.
Con cada ataque saca un
This
bicho.
multiply state is also when the Swarm King is most vulnerable. Breaking its weakness at this moment can cause it to explode.
That's right. As highlighted in the paper's conclusion, maintain your focus on the Swarm King's toughness. Time the weakness break just right, and Star
Un
Crusher
Argenti,
Swarm
sí.
King Scaricabaz can be defeated. Furthermore, after completing the 1.6 Trailblaze continuous mission, Echo of War, Borehole Planet's old crater.
Misión semanal. O sea, es jefe semanal.
This challenge to obtain the advanced trace level up material, past evils of the Borehole Planet disaster.
Are all biological entities in this location characterized by aggression? Affirmation, it is reasonable to conduct such experiments within a sealed-off
Bueno,
area.
entonces sabemos que no lo van a poner en el
There's some
espejo.
sweet and lovable characters too. In a bid to boost the space station's research
No
development,
se ve que le
esto?
vayan a dar un
Trailblazers have been
bicho.
assigned
es
an
esto?
important mission.
No.
No hay bicho.
Nurture and care
Chat.
for the newly arrived little life form.
¡Qué bonitos! Pensaba que era un bichito.
Be any accidents or anomalies this time, right?
Probably not. Look how adorable these little guys are.
Oh.
In the Critter Pick scavenging event, Trailblazers can choose their nurturing goals according to the
¡Ay, por
nurture
favor!
They can learn cultivation specifics and successfully raise a variety of delightful little creatures. Seeing these little critters explore and frolic through the cabin is enough to put a smile on the face of every Trailblazer.
Affirmative. It results in gratifying emotional and physical responses. Conclusion.
¡Qué
A profoundly
bonitos!
ingenious construct.
Aside from the normal varieties, the cultivation process might even result in mutations and special breeds. And just between us, during the event, Trailblazers have the chance to transform into and experience what it's like to
Me parto.
Interesting. Maybe I should add
Oh,
a
no.
transformation
Vaya,
feature to the simulated
señora.
universe.
Speaking of the simulated universe, this update is
Otro.
a real game changer with significant new features. Version 1.6 will add another fresh update to the simulated universe with
Otro.
brand new DLC, Gold and Gears.
Ron May played a major role in this update.
Indeed. In Simulated Universe Golden Gears, Ron May has developed a simulated noose and frozen space-time just before the
Son
demise
jades,
of
chiquis.
number 27, Emperor Rupert.
Emperor Rupert was
Otro
a computer
contenido que no te vas a
capable and
hacer,
self-aware,
Raven.
and subsequently drew Noose's gaze, becoming the 27th member of the Genius Society. It proclaimed
Gaze
itself
tampoco.
Emperor and initiated the widely known Machine Empire Crisis, the First Emperor's War. The war serves as an excellent historical source for Ionic research.
This latest update adds the path of erudition and daringly experiments with
Erudición.
separating dice from paths.
The dice come with 6 slots
Yo
for
esto no lo
equipping
no lo he
various
empezado,
dice face
solamente
effects. By
hice
collecting Trailblazer secrets, you can unlock
el
even more dice face effects.
Erudición.
Solo
he hecho
They can acquire more powerful
el-
dice
esto.
faces and unlock new ways to play. Trailblazers can
El-
swap out the faces on their
Erudición.
dice, combining effects from multiple
Argenti.
tabs to create
Tenéis tiempo para sacar a Argenti, chiquis.
powerful buff combinations. For example,
Solo he hecho
using Kafka, even if the
el
initial
prólogo
path
de
selected
esto.
is the Nihility, you can create diverse
Erudición.
effects by
Pues dale.
strategically combining different dice faces.
Erudición.
¿Quién me lo hace?
Erudición.
One that yields higher rewards in battles, or one that incorporates
¿A cuándo
both
rerunde
effects.
Juan?
No, es que no hice, es que se saltaron a Juan y se saltaron al otro, tío.
No está Juan, no está Luocha, es verdad.
Unlock different talents and increase your combat gains.
Me
In other
jodieron,
words, it
total.
mirrors the ability tree found in the simulated universe.
Es que está guardando desde que no sacó a Luocha. Está guardando para su
Bueno, guardando,
rerun.
sí, guardando. Guardando mientras tiro. Tengo 3 personajes desde que no saqué a Luocha.
Ya.
O 4, pero bueno, uno fue a conciencia.
Ay, Dios, más cosas.
Ay, por favor.
Count your blessings. A new simulated universe to explore. Trailblazers,
Es que solamente es
I'll
el
wait for you
universo.
at the usual spot.
Now that we've covered the major updates in the simulated universe, it's time to talk about a
Otro
special
evento.
invite. In version 1.6,
Más experimentos. ¿Qué pasa aquí?
From the Department of Ecology to participate in a special test.
The Department of Ecology? Ugh. What's the mission this time?
This test involves battling illusionary enemies that are conjured through scent triggers. Each distinct scent plugin yields different test outcomes. Trailblazers will start with the basic test and
Es
subsequently unlock despair mode.
normal. Ándala, mi.
I
Va a ser
hear
chungo, ¿eh?
Trailblazers are seasoned trash can explorers. I'm sure their noses can handle it.
Don't be so sure. The difficulty curve isn't for the faint of heart, which is why we like to remind all
No subas de nivel,
Trailblazers
Planty,
that created
para que te lo
by
hagas más
scents
fácil.
differ from regular enemies.
Ay,
No subas, Planty.
Before engaging
no
in battle.
subas,
No subas, no hagas subida de nivel.
No subas Blanty porque cuando no decían esto de que... ¿Recuerdas que el nivel es diferente? Yo subí de nivel en medio de un evento y ya no me lo pude terminar.
What's this? A garlic flavored, abundant.
Toca bajar.
Bajar el nivel, ojalá
That sounds
poder.
delicious.
¿Te imaginas?
Si no lo bajaba ya.
Need I remind everyone? The sense may be tempting, but it's crucial to exercise
A mí me ha acojonado que en el bicho ese, en el semanal, llevara 2 healers, ¿eh?
Para Vilna. Bueno, me imagino que consideran a uno healer y al otro que también tiene cosas de healer, pero también da ataque. Así que la
Ya.
usan como support healer.
¿Qué es eso?
Pero
He recently acquired a talking parrot called Yotza.
Plumita.
Blur
La
truth
pluma.
with falsehood.
It's you, isn't it?
What? Slander! As I was saying, Trailblazers can strike up a conversation with Mr. Cien and his talking parrot to experience the brand new permanent challenge mode, Pure Fiction.
Permanent challenge?
Permanent Challenge,
You
dice.
mean like the Forgotten Hall?
Not exactly. In Pure Fiction, defeating an enemy will cause it to respawn immediately, and Trailblazers earn points every
Ay, por
time they
Ah, este es el
defeat
espejo, ¿no?
an enemy.
no.
At the end of each battle, the highest score
La otra
achieved in that
nueva.
challenge will be recorded.
Sí.
Trailblazers need
El
to
nuevo
defeat as
modo.
many
Acaba de
enemies as possible
decir
within a
que
limited
sí es
number of
como-
cycles to rack
¿What?
up a high score.
¿Y eso?
Each phase of Pure Fiction comes with its own
Es el que
setup
te
of
sale, el
for
que se
Trailblazers
intercambia.
to choose
Sí.
from, which allows for team composition experimentation to maximize points.
Sí, es ese. Es el que vamos a tener cada 2 semanas intercalado con lo que ya tenemos.
Ah,
Consider the nature of enemies and available buff effects when selecting your formation and battle strategy.
Goodness, that
¿Por qué hay
about
que
my
pelear
time.
tanto?
A quick update, folks. In
Porque
each
no se
phase
puede
of Pure
explorar en este
Fiction,
juego,
you can
Plant.
bag yourself
O sea, vamos a ver.
whopping
¿Quieres saber qué es la pluma esa?
720 stellar jades.
Oh.
And guess what? Completing specific stages for the first time.
Oh.
¿La regalan?
earn you the
Eh.
4-star
Oh.
character links.
What,
Bien.
720 stellar jades?
You heard it here first.
No.
Version 1.6
Sí,
for
los 2
Chaos
niveles nuevos.
is set to expand
Ya,
with
ya me es
stages unlocked
imposible
next round,
pasármelo en
securing a
20,
3-star
con
victory in these new
20
stages
left.
grants an extra 120 stellar jades. Combine that with the first 10 stages.
No me puedo pasar ni el
looking
7.
at a grand total of 720 stellar jades. Trailblazers who complete these 2 permanent challenge modes can also earn a new currency, which they can exchange for items like self-modeling resin in the newly added shop.
Sounds neat. But are Trailblazers seriously expected to take on more permanent challenges each time there's a new version? That's gonna eat into our simulated universe testing time, you know.
Hold your horses, Madam Herda. These 2 permanent game modes will be seeing changes.
O sea, cada versión del espejo va a durar 6 semanas. Y cada 2 cambiamos.
Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction will be updated in rotation. Every Memory of Chaos update will be followed 2
Pero
weeks
no
later
entiendo.
by Pure
Van
Fiction
a coexistir.
Subsequently, 2 weeks after that,
Sí.
a new Memory of Chaos
Pero digo,
will
las
start.
memory, el Memory of Chaos va a
Each version
coexistir.
contains 3
Sí,
such
sí, sí, no lo
updates,
sustituyen.
meaning that Trailblazers
O sea, va a
can
ser
obtain a maximum of 2,160
alternado cada 2
stellar
semanas,
jades
pero te dura
across the
6
Forgotten Hall and Pure Fiction events.
cada vez que tengas uno.
The availability of
Entonces,
each
a la
phase
vez
of
vamos a
Memory of
tener
Es
Chaos
3.
decir, que el Memory of Chaos 1 y el Memory of Chaos 2 van a estar al mismo tiempo.
En la semana 5 y 6 del primero, sí.
The same is also true of Pure Fiction.
Ergo, Trailblazers will have more time to plan their character leveling and to experience challenge gameplay.
You got it. And I almost forgot about another significant new feature in version 1.6. Get ready for the Forgotten Hall auto clear function. After the 1.6 update, Trailblazers can directly challenge the highest Memory of Chaos stage they previously cleared with 3 stars. Upon achieving a 3-star victory, they instantly receive all rewards.
Es lo que
from the
dijeron.
preceding
Hasta nivel 7, si lo
stages.
hacéis, os los dan
Stage
directamente.
7 is currently the highest stage that Trailblazers can start their challenge.
Whoa, In other words, as long as I've achieved a 3-star victory in Stage 7, and I attain the same victory in any given Forgotten Hall Memory of Chaos update, I can get my
O
hands
sea
on
que
rewards
solamente
for the
tienes que hacer el
previous
7
stages.
otra vez con 3 estrellas.
Precisely.
Another trailblazer
Mira, que no está el
time-saver,
7.
it would seem.
Sí, pero que lo tienes que hacer. No te lo dan simplemente. Tienes que hacer el 7 otra vez. O sea, empiezas en el 7, lo haces y te dan los del 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 y 7.
Ya está.
O sea, no haces ni del 1 al 6 no los haces.
Y son más difíciles, sí. Va a estar chungui.
Impressive. It seems that optimizing Trailblazer experience is a firm priority.
Absolutely. And guess what else? Version 1.6 will also ease the completion difficulty of daily training, allowing Trailblazers to claim rewards with
Había una misión de loguearse.
Additionally, we've introduced a time-limited
¿Es
unlock
nueva?
feature for certain material stages.
This might require further explanation.
Simply put, even if Trailblazers haven't explored the
bien.
latest maps, they can still challenge certain material stages to gather leveling materials.
Ah, que aunque no tengáis el mapa, podéis farmear los materiales.
Ah, qué sorpresa.
¡Login!
Participating in the Gift of Odyssey
Yay.
event allows Trailblazers to get their hands on 10 warps.
Ya que no lo hagan.
I think the Trailblazers
Para
will be looking
pechusque.
forward
No
to
creo que
this one.
no lo vayan a hacer nunca. O sea,
Indubitably.
I saw it coming.
All
Le-
right. It's that time already, folks. A big shout out to all our Trailblazers.
A mí lo que me
for their
sorprende es que
incredible
vayamos a la
support.
2.0
Honkai Star Rail recently garnered incredible
An-
awards and
o sea,
nominations. On behalf of the project team,
antes del año.
would like to extend our gratitude.
O en Honkai.
Pardon the
O sea, como en
interruption.
Genshin.
You are now speaking with Veritas Ratio.
Huh?
It has come to my attention that your broadcast today touched on certain warp arrangements in connection with myself. If I may be so bold, the current arrangements are pitiful.
Dr. Ratio!
The dissemination and sharing of knowledge, as well as truth, is imperative. I, in my esteemed capacity, demand that every Trailblazer be given access to a proper education. When version
estudiar.
1.6's Pantaray Event Warp becomes available, every Trailblazer who has unlocked the mail feature shall receive, via mail, one limited 5-star character Dr. Ratio. That is to say, me. Through sheer tyranny of will,
Wha-
I shall become ubiquitous.
What?
With this, I bid you farewell.
And there we have it,
What?
folks. The esteemed
What?
Dr. Ratio.
¿Pero es que lo dan? No.
So,
¡Sí lo dan!
I think we've covered
¡Sí lo dan!
content
Digo, es
for
coña.
1.6. Thank you once again to our 3 geniuses for their support.
¡Que nos van a dar al personaje gratis!
Just yet now.
No
Stay
te
tuned for
creo.
bonus program. Here comes Sunday.
I
¿Qué?
thought it was Friday today.
Question.
¿Qué?
Not rest. at the weekend.
Eso por ganar.
Por haber
Gracias a
ganado.
la gente por
Simulated universe
puñetero.
testing.
Por haber ganado.
You know what to do.
Dice, bueno, cuando llegue no sé qué, te estaré en el correo. Y yo, ¿qué dice? Digo, debe ser que está obligando a la gente a que tire por él.
Special guest.
Que sí que lo dan.
No te creo.
Que sí que lo dan.
Vamos, me libro de un montón de cosas en la vida. Vamos.
Que sí que lo dan.
Solamente tengo que tirar por el cono ahora. Vaya.
Madre mía. De locos. ¡Vámonos!
¡Qué locura! ¿What? Estos quieren ser. Estos.
Available. Sí, desde la 1.6 hasta la 2.1.
Ladies and gentlemen,
me la suda que os ofenda lo de Genshin, ¿eh?
Charmony Festival Conference.
Si queréis a llorar, iros a otro lado.
Albert, this once in an amber era event is near at hand, and the eyes of the universe are fixed firmly on the planet of festivities, Penacony. Tonight, we'll be bringing you
De
all the
locos,
latest
tío.
on Charmony Festival. First, let's give a round of applause and welcome the
Y yo diciendo, voy a tirar a por
organizer
ratio en la secundaria. Que no tengo a Dangen.
Mr. Sunday.
Good evening.
¿Quién
dear
es?
viewers. I am
El
Sunday.
peor día de la semana.
Good, sir.
¡Que no!
This is here, live
¡Mira lo que guapo!
from the studio.
You are too kind, Mr. Owlbert. If
¿Quién
it were
es?
not
¿Quién
for the
es?
IPM's generous invitation, I would not have had
Don
this
Domingo.
opportunity to introduce your audience to our festival, nor its location. That is
¡Que
to
tiene
say,
alas!
Es la
Penacony is located
sea,
on the
2.0
Asdana
está.
star system. It is a holiday destination of
Penacony!
universal repute,
¡Penacony!
known to many as the planet of festivities. Our guests will be staying in the Reverie, a luxurious
hermoso
hotel where
esposo, y
one
qué
may
ropa.
travel freely between reality and dreamscape,
¡Qué bonito!
basking in dreams that
Siguiente
are
target.
uniquely yours.
I'm curious.
Ya que uno nos lo regala.
Este. A por este, a por este. A por este.
Festival is a
Bueno, la
Penacony
2.0 no
tradition
viene.
with a long history, and we have built on that foundation to achieve something truly extraordinary. The family on Penacony has, for the first time, issued public invitations to various factions of the cosmos
¡Nuevo planeta!
to partake in our magnificent ceremony. Members of the 5 great families, which together make up the family on Penacony, as well as staff members of the Reverie, are united in welcoming the universe to our home.
Rumor has it that your sister, the cosmic superstar Miss Robin, is set to perform at the ceremony.
You heard correctly. On behalf of the family,
Robin.
Robin will be singing at the opening of the festival in honor of the Eon of Harmony. My sister has already arrived in Penacony, and dress
Hermana.
rehearsals are well underway. Our guests are
Tiene
in for
alitas
quite the
también.
show.
Miss Robin's participation will undoubtedly make the ceremony all the more dazzling. Mr. Sunday, would you be able to divulge any details about the festival's preparations?
All manner of preparations
¡El
are in this
bebé!
week. The Reverie's
Nuestro
renovation
hijo.
works are drawing to a close, and
¡Qué
so
bonito
too is the
es!
team
Mira, le están
resources
dando
required.
saltos.
Our level of service will be
Toma
better
tus
than
tickets,
ever.
hijo.
Separately,
What?
we've
Firefly.
introduced performers and service personnel from
Ay,
the
¿a quién se
artist
parece
wings to
esta?
Penacony's principal scenic areas and leisure
Ah, me
facilities.
recuerda a alguien.
I'm sure they will help our guests to feel right at home. Needless to
Uy.
say, safety is our
Gala,
primary
¿quién es
concern.
este? Zonli.
So, the devoted and courageous Bloodhound family will be responsible
Hola.
for security at the festival. Danger does not exist in Penacony's dreams, and the family
What?
promises that the safety of every guest is guaranteed. Of course, the family is
What?
also forgiving.
Duke Inferno, pero
Perhaps you are members
hola.
of the Annihilation Gang, or even the Stellaron Hunters.
Sam. Vamos, vamos, a los mechas, a los mechas. Me caso, me caso.
Penacony welcomes your arrival.
¿Voy a por todos?
Since issuing the invitations,
¿Cómo?
we have received many replies from various organizations throughout the universe. Today will be the first time we are publishing the guest list.
¿Cómo?
La
The
gente
service of
del
the
chat.
preservation, the Amber Lord. He's an executive from the IPC Strategic
Uf,
Investment
he dicho que van a hacer la lista.
¿Qué es esto?
¿Y este quién es?
Let me live.
¡Oh!
Por favor, déjenme vivir.
Together, the name is carried forward the trailblazing will of Akabili,
Era.
the navigator of the Astral Express, Miss Himiko, along
Himiko
with the
qué?
entire crew, will soon be gracing Penacony with their presence. Trading knowledge for wisdom, calculating wealth with formulas, and
Era
transcending the limitations
tanque, el
of the
otro.
academic network of
Salía lo de
shared
tanque.
resources. The renowned scholar of the Intelligentsia Guild, Dr. Veritas Ratio. We think, therefore we are, and memories are proof of existence. She's committed to safeguarding and
Ah, Himeko es de
sharing
aquí.
memories and able to
Sí, son los
journey
invitados.
beyond the corporeal into the cosmos. Hails from the Garden of Recollection.
¡Oh, el cono!
None other than the memo keeper herself, Miss Black Swan.
¡Ostras!
Uncaring expanse of the cosmos.
¿Cómo se pasan, tío?
Relation
Ya, un
exists as a
poco.
bone for sorrow. Forever resilient,
Sí,
never
me he fijado pues. A ver, está chulo, pero sí.
endlessly present and
¡Hala! ¡Qué bonito! Dios, aquí sí que es Joy Milla.
following the path of the hunt.
Sí, sí.
Ya, un poco full yo y Milla.
Sí, 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 sí.
No nos vayamos a engañar.
Sí, sí, sí.
Doing it all over again.
Ay, no puede
From the
ser.
spotlight for too long.
La Acheron. ¡Es Hunt! ¡Le dije, lo dije!
Takes the stage.
¡Lo dije!
Ya este no lo van a enseñar.
Cacería.
O sea, la foto de este no la van a enseñar. Me quedo con el chibi. Me lo imagino
Sí.
para siempre como el cabezudo.
No, ya vendrá.
Por favor.
¡Oh!
El modelo, aunque sea.
¡Qué chulo! A ver si vemos personajes. ¡Qué bonito! Pues entonces no es Japón, ¿no?
No.
¡Ya está!
Es Las Vegas.
¡Ah! ¡Qué corto! ¡No! ¿Ya está? ¡Ay, no! ¿Se ha acabado así? ¡Ah!